Call 312-6-million. Injury law made personal. That's Ankin Law.
So let's talk about that watch board for the White Sox. In your latest mock draft, you have Mississippi prep shortstop Jojo Parker to the White Sox at pick 10. And this whole concept that I've been running all year long on SoxMachine.com, Jim, this watch board, trying to create a radar for White Sox fans and helping them track certain prospects. So when it does come to draft day, they're not caught out of the blue and who this guy is. They have learned about them, whether that's in the college or the prep side. What I have on my personal list is Jojo Parker, number 1, Billy Carlson, the shortstop from Corona High School, Seth Hernandez's teammate. I have Casey Cunningham, the other prep shortstop from Texas. And then the 2 college bats. Thank you to White Sox director of hitting Ryan Fuller for posting Instagram stories. Tennessee second baseman Gavin Killian and Wake Forest shortstop Merrick Houston. Those are the 5 that I have. So I'm looking at all infielders for the White Sox if I'm creating this watch board. Is there someone else that you would maybe swap out in the White Sox watch board?
Nah, man, I like your watch board very much, Josh. Those would probably be my top 4 guys. Your top 4 would be my top 4. I don't know who number 5 would be. I guess it could be Mary Q. And I don't think they'll have to go to I don't think there's a scenario where all 4 of those guys will be gone. Okay. And they're like, oh my gosh, Merrick Houston, we're gonna have to do Merrick Houston at 10. So yeah, I think I think we're definitely in sync there. It's funny because in my last mock, I had Billy Carlson going 9 to the Reds, and I had Jojo Parker going 10. I feel like Jojo Parker to the White Sox, as much as you can be a lock at 10, feels like kind of a lock to me if it happens. But while I was at a 4th of July party, I got a text from somebody with the Reds who were like, I don't think we do Billy Carlson if he's there at 9. So I was already in my head, man, if I'm redoing my mock, then I'm going Jojo Parker at 9 and Billy Carlson at 10. Now, and the flip side, the flip though on Jojo Parker is, while I do feel like that's the guy, and I keep putting him there, I think everybody loves Jojo Parker.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Joe. We didn't talk about this with the Angels, but the Angels, it doesn't make sense to me, have spent a lot of time on high school shortstops at 2, which is not their MO. They take the fast-moving college player. But again, with the 25% rule, if you take a guy took a physical, you'd have to give the guy around $7.7 million at 2. That would be the minimum. And they spent a lot of time on Jojo Parker and Daniel Pierce, who's probably going in the, 11 to 15 range. Eli Willits, who is probably going to go higher in the draft. So you could take Eli Willits at 2 and probably work out a deal, although he might get a little bit more than that. So on one hand, I feel like they would take Jojo Parker if he's there, but I also feel like Jojo Parker, I can't see how they could take him at 2, but I could see Jojo Parker going 5. It would not shock me if that was who the Cardinals settled on, if Anderson and Holly are gone. I know the Marlins like the high school shortstops, and if you had Eli Willits go off the board, it could be Jojo Parker at 7. I know the Blue Jays love Jojo Parker at 8, although I think they're leaning pitcher. So it's weird. I think it's got to be tough being the White Sox, because I think that's the guy, realistically, that's the best guy who could get to 10. And I keep projecting him at 10. I think other people keep projecting him at 10. But my gut tells me I can't. I never wind up putting him ahead of 10, but I don't necessarily think he's getting there. I just think everybody loves Jojo Parker, and he interviewed so well too. And you're not drafting the guy because of this, but the interviews at the combine do matter. And I don't know how much your listeners know about his backstory, but his father was paralyzed playing high school football however many years ago. And he, I think married his high school sweetheart. They've had kids. His father's a judge, was a very successful lawyer. The kids help take care of everybody loves him. And I had one team tell me, the Picks had the White Sox, that it was maybe the best interview they did at the combine. And some fans might be like, oh, come on. But they said the traits he exuded in the interview were traits associated with great big leaguers. It's weird. Even though it's a 30-minute interview, I do think, and again, you could say, it's mumbo jumbo, I don't know if I believe in it, but teams really feel like like they can almost do like get like a psychological evaluation of the player based on what they ask them. And like if you're a hitter or pitcher, your philosophies, how you hit, how you throw your pitches, how you train, and they can and like I know teams that'll be like, I don't think that guy's going to buy into what when he struggles, we're going to have a hard time getting this guy to buy into what we do. So
Right.
like, but anyway, people love JoJo Parker. But I'm not. So if he's there, I'd be shocked if they didn't take him.
Hmm.
But it'll be interesting. I don't know that right now he's number one on anybody's board when it gets to him, but I could see on draft day people like, you know what, we love that kid. Let's just take him. So I think the White Sox are going to be sweating that one out. Like when we get to about pick 5, like, okay, is somebody going to pop JoJo Parker here? Because he could go 5, 7, 8, 9. And that's going to be
Yeah.
kind of harrowing 20 minutes to wait and see who those teams pick.
My confidence in Parker being on the board at pick 10 for the White Sox is very low, Jim. Like
I'd say 33%.
25%.
Okay, yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say like 33%. Like,
Okay.
I don't think he's number one on anybody's board right now based on how it would unfold. But like I said, I think, and I don't mean Pirates could too. But if, I feel like 5, 7, 8, 9 would strongly consider it.
So then that goes to number 2 on our list, Billy Carlson. Is there a chance that we could see 4 prep shortstops taken before the White Sox pick at number 10?
Yes, because you have like Ethan Holiday will go,
Yeah.
Eli Willits will go. I don't think he gets past the Marlins at 7, and you could see Billy Carlson and JoJo Parker go. And Billy Carlson is fascinating because multiple scouts have told us he's the best defensive high school shortstop they've ever seen.
Wow.
Like it's a 70. You aren't putting 80s on a high school shortstop. It's like a 70 defender. He's got great arm. He's up to like 97 on the mound when he pitches. Like I guess everybody at Corona High School is a two-way dude because Seth Hernandez is like got really good power also.
Yeah.
The question is, a lot of teams I talk to do not like the swing at all.
Right.
Like he's got power potential. It's power over hit. Like stop if you've heard this one before. It's kind of like Colson Montgomery, like what he is now with a better glove. But like it's probably 20 homer guy. But it's weird. So on one hand, like it's always a red flag to me if you're taking a guy high in the draft and you're like, oh, we got to redo his swing or we got to redo his delivery. Like then it's like, don't take that guy because, but and I'm no hitting expert, but talking to people, it's one of these things where everybody's like, "Oh, it's kind of an easy fix. He needs to do A, B, and C, and he'll be fine." So it's not like, "Oh man, we're not sure this guy's gonna hit." It's just like we just need to fix it, but it should be easy. So people are pretty confident. So I mean, you might be getting average hitter with 20 homer power or the Gold Glove shortstop, which would be a pretty good player. And so, but it's funny. Like I said, after I got that text, I was at the Fourth of July party. I said, "Come in!" Like this time of year, I always have the mocks swirling in my head, at least the top 10 picks. Or I don't know, if somebody texted me about pick 21, then I'd be like, oh my gosh, like what am I doing? But I was recalibrating. I was like, okay, if I was doing another mock right now, then I would have JoJo Parker go 9 and Billy Carlson go 10.
Thanks for watching the latest Sox Machine video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/SoxMachine. And if you ever need something to listen to, subscribe to the Sox Machine podcast wherever you listen to podcasts, such as Spotify and Apple Music.